Pete, thank you. The memorial dedication, years in the making now, just hours away today. Survivors of the station nightclub fire, first responders and lawmakers all set to attend a ceremony this afternoon. The 1-acre memorial park is being called a place of respect and reflection. It sits on an acre of land where the station nightclub once stood. Within its boundaries, stones with the names of all 100 victims who died from that fire in February of 2003. Eyewitness News anchor Danielle North has been tracking the memorial's development and its construction since it began. And she joins us now live this morning from the site in West Warwick. Danielle?
Good morning to you, Brian. You know, there were just too many dark moments in the days following that fire 14 years ago. And I remember talking to survivors at the time, and they kept asking the question, you know, will I ever feel happy? Will I ever feel at peace and settled again? And I have to tell you, this week we met an amazing couple in Warwick. They survived the fire 14 years ago, and soon after they escaped the fire, they decided to dedicate their lives to each other. And in the years following, they also decided to dedicate part of their lives to this, helping to make this memorial here in West Warwick a reality.
Kara and Mike Kazmarzik recently celebrated their 10-year wedding anniversary. They had been dating less than a year when they were at the station nightclub, the night that so many lives were lost and others changed forever.
We got out the front door. We were amongst the first to get out.
While relieved they made it out safely, it became clear that many others wouldn't. They grappled with survivor's guilt and the shock of the enormous tragedy.
I professed my love for him that night. I remember telling him that I love you.
Without a doubt, it definitely strengthened us. It brought us closer. I mean, you know, I think a week later we pronounced our love for one another.
And it wasn't long after that they were married. Several years ago, they also decided to dedicate part of their lives to the Station Fire Memorial Foundation, helping other volunteers and survivors make this memorial a reality.
We're giving back. We're 7 people. We're survivors. We're people's family members that passed away. This is for us too. This is for us too. We've dealt with it too for 14 years. And we've had to put our pain aside to deal with their pain.
I didn't want that lot to become what could be a T-Mobile store or a CVS or something like that. We don't want a pizza place going up over there. That land is
sacred ground.
That's sacred ground as far as I'm concerned. And anything other than a memorial would have been very sad.
But after years of planning, delays, setbacks, and finally construction, the day they have worked for and waited for is finally here.
I can now be Kara Kazmarzik, Mike Kaz's wife. That's all I ever wanted. And I'm just so happy. I hope and I pray that they like what they see. It's breathtaking to me too, what we have accomplished and how we're honoring our 100. And they deserve it. They went out for a night of a good time, and hopefully they love it too.
And that couple is going to be here today for the dedication this afternoon. You can still see at this early hour there were chairs set up and some tarps covering part of the memorial. Obviously, in the next few hours, all of that is going to change as organizers put the finishing touches on getting ready to welcome people here this afternoon. For now, reporting live in West Warwick, I'm Danielle North. Back to you, Brian.
Danielle, obviously it's early in the day right now. Any idea when organizers expect people to start arriving there today?
Well, from what I'm told, those buses, again, parking is not going to be allowed here near the site. Parking is going to be on Route 2, and there'll be buses bringing in people who want to attend this afternoon. They're guessing probably between 12 and 1. We'll start to see the first crowds arrive. The music begins here at 1, and then the official ceremony will start at 2 o'clock.
All right, Danielle, great reporting this morning. We will see you again in about 30 minutes. And remember, if you are heading through West Warwick today, there are some road closures to keep in mind. Coesit Avenue already closed between Narragansett Avenue and Coit Avenue. It will remain closed until 5 o'clock this afternoon. Vehicles will be detoured around that area. Police do suggest avoiding the area if possible, however. And as Danielle just mentioned, parking for the event is along Route 2, Quaker Lane, right at the MetLife Insurance Company complex. There will be a shuttle bus from that parking area to the memorial site today. And our in-depth coverage of the memorial dedication, it continues online. We have a look back at the victims now being honored in that park. plus how the memorial came together and what each of those pieces included in the design represent and mean. If you cannot make it to West Warwick for the memorial dedication today, we will be live streaming the entire memorial dedication ceremony on WPRI.com. It starts at 2 this afternoon, and then stay with Eyewitness News for in-depth coverage in all of our newscasts throughout the day. Pete, thank you. The memorial dedication is this morning's big story. That ceremony honoring victims of the Station nightclub fire. It's scheduled to take place this afternoon, but construction of this park has taken years between the fundraising, designing, and then the construction itself. Well, earlier this week, we spoke with Michael Sabatoni, the president of the Rhode Island Building and Construction Trades Council, who talked about that team effort.
We were here from the infant stages to lend our support, kind of get the project going, do as much as we could of in-kind donations.
Countless people have since volunteered their time and money to create this memorial park. Eyewitness News anchor Danielle North is in West Warwick right now, where the final preparations are underway for today's ceremony. Hi, Danielle.
Hi there, Brian. And yeah, there's still a few more things left to do here. Some tarps are still covering parts of the memorial. There'll be chairs set up for the crowds that are expected later today. And we are starting to see a little bit of activity. State police here conducting early security sweeps. Also, a few moments ago, I saw a couple walking through here quietly, taking a few photos before they left the scene this morning. And in just a few hours, we'll start to see those crowds arrive. We'll also see some local dignitaries and lawmakers, including our former governor, Don Kachiri, and our current Governor Gina Raimondo. They're going to be part of the ceremony this afternoon. And if you are planning to attend, there are some things that you need to know, some logistics that we want to run through for you, beginning with some of the road closures that will be in place. First, Cohasset Ave is going to be closed between Narragansett Avenue and Coit Avenue. That is going to remain closed until about 5 or 6 this afternoon. We can tell you that vehicles will be detoured in this area, but police do suggest you avoid this part of West Warwick if possible during those hours. And if you are coming down for the dedication, parking for the event, that is going to be happening along Route 2, Quaker Lane, at the MetLife Insurance Company complex. There's going to be a shuttle bus from the parking area to the memorial site. We want to bring in Lieutenant John Malloy now from the West Warwick Police Department. You've played an integral role in making sure that this is going to run smoothly today. So what can you run through for people who are watching right now about what they need to know this afternoon?
Well, the first thing is the parking. Parking at MetLife is ample. We have 1,600 spots. 4 buses are going to be running a continuous loop. It's a 10-minute ride, 3 minutes on, 3 minutes off. So every 4 minutes there's going to be a bus. Get there early. Buses are going to start running at 12:30, but I've already talked to bus drivers. They said they're going to be there at 12. So if they see a busload of people, they're going to get them on the bus and get them down here. We're going to get you down here as quickly as possible. We're going to use the side streets that people don't know about. So the buses have the secret to get you here faster. If you take your car down Cohasset Ave, you're going to be stuck in traffic. You're actually going to make it here faster by using the bus. Our goal is to get everybody in quickly, see the memorial, and get them out in the same fashion, nice and quickly. Warwick Police are going to be up on Route 2. They're going to be directing cars right into the entrance that they need to use, which is the south entrance. We've also placed electronic signs outside the entrances so that you know a mile ahead of time, this is where I need to go. If you get off exit 8, take a right into the lot. You get off exit 10, come down Route 2. There's 2 signs before you get in. So it's going to say memorial parking ahead and then memorial parking next left.
Sounds pretty cut and dry, which is good. One of the things that we talked about before our interview went live this morning is trying to figure out exactly how many people we're going to see. I know that the organization had asked for people to register on Eventbrite so they could kind of get a head count. Right now, it looks like at minimum 300, but you're planning for more than that.
Correct. We have 1,600 parking spots. We have busing for about that many people. You figure 50 people per bus per hour. 50 people per trip. 4 trips per hour, 200 per bus, 4 buses, 800, 2 hours to get them down here, 2 hours to get them back.
Okay, and then again, after the ceremony is over, you'll be busing them back. So we're expecting things to wrap up between about 5 and 6 o'clock.
Correct. The buses are actually going to stop running at 4:30. So if they could start, the speeches end at 3. There's going to be some music afterwards. We anticipate people to start to filter out at 3 o'clock and basically have the site mostly clear by 5.
All right, Lieutenant Malloy, we appreciate you joining us, and good luck with everything going smoothly today. As I mentioned a few moments ago, Governor Don Kachiri is going to be part of the ceremony. He'll be doing the welcoming remarks here. We sat down for a comprehensive interview with the former governor, looking back and also looking ahead to today and what this moment is going to mean for so many. You'll hear from him coming up in our next half hour. For now, reporting live in West Warwick, I'm Danielle North. Brian, back to you.
Danielle, great reporting today. We will check back in with you in about a half hour for continuing coverage of today's memorial dedication. And our in-depth coverage of the dedication also continues online for you. We have a look back at the victims now being honored in the park, plus how the memorial came together and what each of those pieces included in the design represent. If you can't be in West Warwick today for the dedication, we will be live streaming the entire memorial ceremony on WPRI.com. It starts at 2 this afternoon. And then stay with Eyewitness News for in-depth coverage in all of our newscasts throughout the day. Well, we are now less than 5 hours away from the Station Fire Memorial Park dedication, and already that park is buzzing with activity this morning. Final touches are being done before the official dedication this afternoon. But before that, there are some things you want to keep in mind if you're headed there. Roads are closed in the area ahead of that dedication. Cohasset Avenue is closed. That's between Narragansett Avenue and Coit Avenue. All vehicles being detoured north on those streets. Police right now are encouraging everyone to avoid driving through that area if possible. If you are headed to West Warwick for the event today, parking is just down Route 2 at the MetLife Insurance Company complex. There will also be a shuttle available to take you from that parking area to the memorial site. Eyewitness News anchor Danielle North is already in West Warwick this morning with more on today's event. Hi, Danielle.
Hi there, Brian. So yeah, the finishing touches still being put in place here. We're starting to see some of the audio men and women setting up the speakers for the event this afternoon, lights being put up, etc. It's kind of an exciting thing to watch. You're starting to see more energy and people filling the site here this morning. But as you know, preparations really for this moment began so many years ago with the planning, the design, and the construction of this memorial here today. And we want to bring in the woman of the hour, really, Gina Russo, who is the president of the Station Fire Memorial Foundation, a survivor of the fire yourself. I can only imagine how pleased you must be to finally have reached this moment today.
You know, it's a little surreal. It finally happened. I'm overwhelmed with pride, with love, with just respect for everybody that's helped us along the way. We couldn't have done it without the community. We really couldn't have. And the families that have been patient enough to stick by us to get this point. We've been really fortunate to have a great community around us.
You and I have been talking a little bit before we went on camera about just how breathtaking and beautiful this is. I know for myself, when I came and saw it this week, I stood there and had that sort of gasp moment of just how amazing it is. For you, when you walk through this memorial, what to you stands out as maybe something that just moves you whenever you look at it?
You know, it's seeing Fred, my fiance who passed away, it's seeing his monument here. It hurts because they should all be here with us. This shouldn't have happened. My finest piece is the Station Memorial Wall. It just depicts what happened here on this property, and it's important that the community and people never forget. So it was my little gift and my piece to make sure no one ever forgot.
For people who have not seen it yet, and there are many of us who have not because we haven't officially dedicated tonight, when you look at that memorial wall up there, it really does take you almost moment by moment, not only what happened that night, before, and then after as well, right?
Absolutely. It starts with Coconut Grove fire because it was a huge fire in New England, and it ends with today's date. Start to finish, it tells the story of what happened in this building from the day it was built till the day it went down, and it's important. There are pieces in there that maybe some people won't be comfortable with, but it was important to tell as much of the truth as we could, as much of the truth that we knew of. You know, I'm sure that some people will have their opinion on things, but it's what we've learned over the 14 years.
As sort of the mother hen of this organization, you have just spearheaded so much of this, and I know there's a lot of people that are truly grateful for what you've done. I would imagine today you're finally going to be able to take that sort of deep breath.
You know, I actually did on Thursday night. Wednesday, the story wall went up, and Thursday my husband came out here with me, and we sat for a little bit, and he looked around for the first time at everything, and I walked away going, my heart doesn't hurt anymore. It's been 14 years. I've lived with a lot of guilt, a lot of pain of why did I get to survive and they didn't. But there was a mission, obviously. There was something I was supposed to help with. I hope I've accomplished that. My heart feels like it has. And I finally feel sort of free after 14 years. So it's definitely a good feeling.
Gina, we sincerely wish you the best of luck with the ceremony today. I know that you're still nervous and you have a lot of energy and you're waiting for it this afternoon. We appreciate you joining us. We want to let our viewers know that the music here on site is going to begin at about 1 o'clock. We're going to start to see the crowds at about that point. And then the speaking program and the official dedication is slated to begin right at 2 p.m. For now, reporting live here in West Warwick, I'm Danielle North. Brian, back to you.
Danielle, our thanks to you for taking us there live throughout the morning. Of course, our in-depth coverage of the memorial dedication, it continues for you online. We have a look back at the victims now being honored in the park, plus how the memorial came together and what each of those pieces included in the design you just heard about represent. If you can't make it to West Warwick for today's memorial dedication, we are live streaming the entire dedication ceremony online at WPRI.com starting at 2 p.m. And then stay with Eyewitness News for in-depth coverage right here throughout the day.